yoga for breathlessness.
Namaste. This is Vahida here. Stretch back and then go forward, bend on the floor, head on the floor, hands next to your legs, next to your shins, palms facing upwards. Breathe here. You can have your hands in front of you stretched out and your knees separated. Also, a different way of doing the child pose where you stretch your spine more further. Stay here for a while, inhaling and exhaling. Come up and sit down straight. We now do the cat pose by taking a nice deep inhalation. Let your spine sink down, hips up, and exhaling, put your head in and the hips in and push your spine up. Inhale and exhale. You will look up, let your spine sink down, hips up, and exhaling, put your head in and the hips in and push your spine up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and take a child pose to relax. Coming up again on all your fours. We will go into the downward facing dog pose. So here you will let your hips fly up in the air and try to keep your heels down. This is a three-legged pose where you'll take one leg up and down, the other leg up and bring it down. Once again in the downward facing dog pose, walk your legs a little bit so that your heels go right down each time. Downward facing dog pose, walk your legs a little bit so that your heels go right down each time. From here we will go into a plank and come on your knees, just chin. You will get ready for a snake pose, the Bhujangasana. Head up, chest up, and unfold your arms so that you go more deeper into the back bend, looking up into the ceiling. Come back on your forehead, exhale. Head up, chest up, and unfold your arms so that you go more deeper into the back bend, looking up into the ceiling. Come back on your forehead, exhale. From here you can again go up into the downward dog by going first into the snake pose, cobra pose, and then curl your toes, let your hips fly up in the air, head in between your arms, pushing back at your navel, and then come out of the pose by coming on your knees and sitting back. This pose is a side twist. So one leg is folded down, the other is folded on top of it with the knee facing the ceiling. Take one hand back and the other hand is helping you twist your spine. Do the same thing with the other side. One knee is folded down, the other knee is up. Same hand goes back and the opposite hand will twist the spine and push the knee on the other side. Stay twisted and breathe out. Come out of the pose. We'll do this once more. You can even hold the knee if you can't hold. You can put your hand folded or straight on your knee. This is Paschimottanasana, forward bend, where you will raise your hands up with a straight spine. Start going down in a forward bend. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, bend forward till wherever you can reach. And relax. Both your feet are flexed and pointed. Take your hands behind your hips, fingers pointing inwards, and flex and point your toes. Taking breaths simultaneously. This is Yastikasana. Inhaling, lift both the arms above the head and simultaneously point the toes away from the body. Use the arms to pull the upper body upwards and use the toes to pull the lower body downwards. This pose can be done with clasped hands also upwards and the flexed feet downwards. It's like a counter pose. Come back to your normal position and we'll repeat it once more. Lie on your back with feet together and arms by the side. Inhaling, lift both the arms above the head and simultaneously point the toes away from the body. Use the arms to pull the upper body upwards and use the toes to pull the lower body downwards. Hold the final position with normal breathing for a few seconds. Then come back to your normal position and relax. So this was the stick pose, Yastikasana. So now we will go into the Pavan Muktasana, which is the air relieving pose. So inhale, take your leg up, fold it and hold it near your chest. And take your head up and touch your nose or forehead to the knee, getting the knee closer. So we'll inhale, leg up, exhale, fold it and hold it. Inhale, head is down, exhale, take your head up and get your knee closer to your nose. Inhale, again, leg is up. And exhale, it's down. We do it with both the legs. So this is the Purna Pavan Muktasana. So inhale, take your leg up and exhale, fold it. Inhale, head is down. Exhaling, take your head up, get your knees closer to the nose. Inhale, legs up and exhaling out of the pose. You can do this with 3 rounds with each leg and both the legs too. Crocodile pose first to relax your whole body by separating your legs, your toes pointing out, heels are in, your head is on your folded arms. Breathe here. In this pose, your heart gets a very good rest as it is in a nice resting pose. You are totally relaxed here. Very slowly get your feet together and fold the knees, come up into the bow pose by catching both your feet with your hands. Come down. Now you can catch your toes and try the same pose. Inhale and exhaling, come out of the pose by catching both your feet with your hands. Come down. Now you can catch your toes and try the same pose. Inhale and exhaling, come out of the pose. Relax again in the crocodile pose. Here you will have an increased heart rate, so you have to just relax for a while in the crocodile pose to get back to your normal heart rate. Inhale and exhale till you find yourself in a very relaxed position. And then raise your head up by getting your arms next to your chest. Feet together. This is the Sphinx pose, where your elbows are right under your shoulders, head is up. This can be called a small snake too, or the Shavasana. Now you will go into the Bhujangasana, where you are just up till your navel, and you can also clasp your hands behind. Come out of this pose and sit down. A counter pose of child pose. Always after a back bend, take a slight forward bend, just to have a soothing for the spine. So here we are seated in Siddhasana, and we'll be doing Omkara recitation. This is Brahmari, the bee's breath. We finished our pranayams also, and now we will be doing the Shavasana, the corpse pose. Here your body will cool down and rest and relax totally. So keep your feet away from each other. Let your toes fall out. Your hands are also away from your body, with your palms facing the ceiling. See that there is no curve in the spine or in the neck. Everything is flat on the mat. Let your spine sink into the floor. You will now scan your full body from your toes to your skull, inhaling and exhaling nice and deep, and relaxing each and every part of your body. from the toes to your skull. And when we are done, we come out from the right side and sit down. Here we are doing some friction on the palms by rubbing the palms together and cupping the eyes for it to get some rest. And that's the end of the session. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Anyone can yoga.
And check the details in my description box below. Thank you.
Namaste.